Aloha everyone, I'm Cheryl Hamilton, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from beautiful Maui, and welcome to my channel, Create with Cheryl. Today I'm going to show you how to make a stunning Christmas card using the Frosted Forest decorative mask from Stampin' Up! We're going to use blending brushes to layer the different shades of ink, and for that frosty, snowy effect, I'm going to use embossing paste. So let's get started. I'm starting with a base of Pool Party cardstock, and it's cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored down the middle at 4.25. I'm just going to fold it and burnish it and set it aside. Okay, the next layer is Country Woods. Love this paper right here. So this is Country Woods Designer Series paper, and I've cut it at 4 inches by 3.25. And then I've used Country Lace Designer Series paper. That's this one. And I'm going to stamp some trees on this section. Using basic beige ink, and these are some trees from Frosted Forest stamp set. And then here's a smaller one. Okay, next I'm gonna glue the one with the trees on top of this blue one. Actually, before I do it, I think I'll just rough up the edges. I wanted it to look kind of rustic. And this is, I never do this, but it looks kind of neat on this wood paper. And see how you rough it up like that? And you can do it even more. You can get really crazy. Do it a lot. So I'm going to do it on this one, and I'll also rough up the edge of this blue one. And then I'll glue them together, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to glue this top one at kind of an angle. And then add, this is some Baker's Twine. It's in a pack called Baker's Twine Essentials Pack. And it's got all these different basics. I love these. I'm gonna wrap it around twice and just leave a little tail. Okay, now I can go ahead and glue it on Pool Party. And I'll do something with these little strings later. Okay, now for the star of the show, Frosted Forest decorative masks. So there's a bunch of little trees and stuff in here. We've got a Christmas tree and a different kind of tree. Here's a piece of scratch paper. And if you can see here, this is number A by the notch. It says A. Gosh, you can hardly see it right there. And then when you match the next notch, there's a B. And then the third one is going to be C. See the C? Hopefully. So let me put this down with a little washi tape. I'm just matching it with the grid lines. It helps me get everything straight. Now you can. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down again. Put the notch right there, over here. And okay, let me start with Old Olive. I'm gonna pull out Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. Okay, so the first color I'm doing is Old Olive. I'm gonna just dip it in, take a little color off there, and I like to start off on my on the plasticky part a little bit like that, and then just make a circular motion and do the whole tree. You can make it dark or light or whatever you like. I really like these masks or stencils. Okay, so the second one, let me take it off carefully so I don't move this one. And normally you want to put these right into the sink or have a little chamois or something to wipe them off. And I forgot. Here's B. I'm going to line it up right here and kind of like to move it so I see that I see how I could tell it's a lot different. I moved it to where I can tell it's all white now there. Do you understand? See how it, if I had it like this, it's green and white, and there, I think you can move it around and tell right when it's positioned correctly. So I'm going to go to Mossy Meadow, and got another blending brush that I had a darker ink in. And the fun thing is you can make them as dark or light as you want. They're all going to be a little bit different. Okay, lift it off. And here's the fun part. Number C, or letter C. I'll put that on, and I'm going to use some, again, if it's over here, you can just move it till you can tell it looks like it's in the right place. Because I'm looking at the very top and just moving it around a bit. I think that's good. Okay, and I'm going to get out my embossing paste. Now, I only have this one that's called Shimmery White embossing paste. This is years old, so they do last a long time. And where'd my thing go? Oh, here it is. I use these little palette knives that come with it, but you got to put the top on right away because it does get, like this part here is hard from over the years, but my inside is still really nice. So make sure it's lined up, and I'm just kind of spreading it like this. You don't have to do it perfectly, flat. You can spread it all off or leave it a little bit bumpy if you want. Okay, and then I'm going to go right to the sink and wash this stuff off. Scrape this back in because it'll dry like cement. So put your lid on right away, and then I'll come back and we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so here's what it looks like with the embossing paste. I think it's so pretty and really like that frosty finishing touch. But my daughter, Malia, she had an idea, and I'm just going to try it. Never done this before. And let's see what happens. I'm going to put some white embossing powder on it and see what happens to it. This will be fun. Okay, Malia has a blog called Crafted by Malia that I think you guys should check out. She's does really pretty cards. Look at that. So it's still wet enough that that embossing paste, the embossing powder stuck to it. This will be really fun. Let's see what happens. Look at that. I like it. It's all puffy and it's got some sparkles in it. So it's just another fun thing you can do with that. When it dries a little bit, I'm going to cut it out with this tree dye. That's from Frosted Forest. This looks like it has a lot of really nice trees in it. And I'm going to stamp a bird and stamp a sentiment. And then I'll come right back and finish up the card. So I've cut out my tree and I think it looks really cool with all that texture and stuff. So I'm gonna pop it up with some dimensionals. I'm down to all the edges. Get that straight, and then I think it's straight. No, it looks crooked. Okay, and I did something kind of weird with these loops on the last one. Let me see if it'll work. Okay, I'm just grabbing some glue dots and putting them around the spot around my knot here, and it's just something different. I didn't want a bow. But my sentiment's going to have to cover. I stamped a sentiment using early espresso. Yeah, it's going to have to just kind of cover that. So I think it will. Okay. So I'm making fun little loops like that, okay? Cut it off. Once I get the sentiment on there, it'll hold it down. So love and joy to you. Let me see. I know this part's already popped up, so I'm gonna put a dimensional over here and maybe glue the rest of it down. I think I might have to use glue dots under there. Yeah, it's not going to stick because of all that's going on that tree. So let me use 2 glue dots. There's one. There, those will stick. Ooh, that's looking really neat. Oh, bird. Okay. I had this little bird. I decided this first one was stamped in crumb cake. You can see all the differences in these cards. Crumb cake. This one has embossing powder and it kind of puffed up. And this one, the bird in early espresso. What else? Oh, let's do gems. Just to finish it off, earth tone shimmer gems. Oh, last thing I should put, I've cut a piece 4 by 5 1/4 out of Very Vanilla. I'm going to stick it on the inside. Okay, here it is, the finished card. I love how the blending and embossing paste give it that magical snowy feel. So it's perfect for a holiday season. Here's the 2 different ones so you can decide which one you prefer. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this frosty Christmas card with the Frosted Forest decorative masks. Be sure to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest, and you just search for Create with Cheryl. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming tutorials. And happy crafting and aloha from Maui.